Yeah? Okay. Hello. There we go. Hello everyone, Solonarv here and welcome to some more Feed the Beast. Today we are going to do some magic. More specifically, Thaumcraft. Oh, and also I have built a humongous wall around my base to fly up. It's this big. I've also moved my chunk loader a bit so all of this is actually chunk loaded. And I even made neat little gates. You step on this and it opens. I decided to not completely hide the redstone because I think this looks rather nice, actually. Okay, so what are we gonna do today? We are going to do some magic. Now I've already done the basics. I've done most of the research. Oh man, I'd like to zoom out here. I haven't done all of it. I'm mostly missing some Thaumic Tinkerer stuff. But apart from that, yeah. So Thaumcraft, for those who don't know, is basically a mod that lets you do magic. And, well, there are a few add-ons to this mod in the pack. There's Magic Bees, which, well, lets you throws a bridge between bees and magic, as the name says. And there's Thaumic Tinker, which adds a variety of just random stuff to Thaumcraft that's quite useful. There we go. For example, in Thaumcraft you have the Sword of the Zephyr, which is basically the wind kind of sword, which can push enemies away, and then based on that you have a wand that can propel you forward, and you have a sword that lets you kind of fly, and such things. What else is there? Well, a bunch of stuff. Basically everything that has TT in square brackets before it. So as you can see, I have researched a lot of things, but there's still some stuff that remains open. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We are going to build a proper building for Thaumcraft, so that I can, you know, do my magic in a proper building and don't have to cramp it up into this building. So first of all, let's find a space for that building. I'm thinking here is pretty good. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's choose a material, or rather a bunch of materials, because I'm feeling fancy today. Get lag spikes. Wow. For example, what things do we have here? Okay, this is not very useful. For example, I could go item subsets. Railcraft has a bunch of very nice looking things. So we could go into mod and then try to find Railcraft. Railcraft, well, there you are. We can see that it has a bunch of rather nice looking cosmetic blocks, which we could see slightly better if we were like that. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a bunch of very dark blocks. Wow, what's with those lag spikes? We could use some infernal blocks. We could use abyssal blocks, except I don't have any, and there's no ocean nearby that I know of. We're most definitely not going to use gold. Maybe some ice. Maybe some bleached bone. Okay, let's try to figure something out. I'd like to have a very dark floor. I think for that I'm gonna use some... Wait, what? What's happening here? Oh. Okay. Now we're back to the familiar. Let's try to obtain some, um, I don't know. Right. I want to start with dark stuff. So what do we have here that's dark? Obviously we could just use some obsidian. I don't have that much obsidian, but I can autocraft it. So maybe that might be an option. Let's get out a chisel here. Let's see if we can get anything nice out of obsidian. Well, obsidian brick doesn't look too bad, so let's get some obsidian ready. Because you see, I think I mentioned this already, but I taught my AE system how to transmute stuff. Okay. Oops, I can type. And there we go. Here's some obsidian bricks. Okay, now how big shall this room be? It should be an even number, because that way I can have my altar in the middle. And I'm also gonna need a whole bunch of marker blocks. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go find some wool. And we're gonna make it black using some... I'm stupid. I have like all the ink sacs ever just down here. There we go. We're gonna make that black. Use some black wool. And I think this is gonna be enough. Okay. Now we're gonna need some wood. And then we're gonna have some marker blocks. Okay, there we go. Whole bunch of black marker blocks, because we need those for not to direct our golems, which we're gonna have a lot of. Okay, so let's start this like right here maybe. And let's get out our wand of equal trade, because I have one of these. And basically what this does is it lets you replace blocks. So we're gonna start making the floor that way. You see how this works. Okay, so I think on the inside I want this to be maybe 10 by 10. That seems alright. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's why you should be careful with your wand of equal trade. Because it's kind of annoying when you're working with tall grass. Bloop, bloop, bloop. But if you have something else that you can just switch to, then that's not a problem. Okay, now go wild! Because if you right click, it's gonna do the whole area. And since my wand has some awesome enchantments on it, this is not a problem. Okay, here we go. We've got our floor done. Now we're gonna need some walls. I think for the walls I'm gonna use some bloodstained blocks and variations thereof. And here we go. Here's some bloodstained stuff, and let's make it day before mobs start spawning on that one space where they can, and let's restart the recording. Okay, here we go. I haven't figured out anything for these spaces yet, and I gotta say, I don't really like how the quartz looks. I think it doesn't fit in with the dark reddish tone of the other things. I might try some sandy blocks. Of course I don't have any left, but oh, actually this is gonna be just enough to at least test this idea. Okay, and up, up, up. There we go. Let's place down one of these. Okay. What if we do that? That looks a lot better. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna need some more sandy blocks and stuff, so I'll be back once I've changed all the walls over here. There we go. That looks a lot better. Now, I think I need to have some sort of lighting in here, so spike. Okay. Maybe some of my... Actually, I think my toughened glowstone might fit in there quite well. One, two, three. A. There we go. And now we're just gonna need some iron. Okay. This is just 4 pieces of toughened glowstone. Well, okay, it's 7. But it should actually be enough to provide some fairly good lighting in here, if we place it strategically. So I'm gonna say, okay, first off I'm gonna put it into my wand. Oops. Okay, I think one here, one here, one here, and one here is gonna do a good job for starters. Yep, that lights it up nicely. And it does fit into the floor quite well. Okay, now what are we gonna do in here? Now that's gonna be tricky. I would put windows, but the site over here is not very exciting, nor is the one over here really. So if it's not gonna be windows, what shall it be? Maybe some structure that looks like... Oh, of course, some sort of shelf or something for yes, of course. So I'm gonna get out my marker blocks now. I'm gonna say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 up there. I'm gonna place this block as a helper, and there we go. Yeah, that just might work. And then as a background, maybe, oh, I don't know, some of this maybe. Yes, this looks quite good. Okay. So this looks pretty nice. I think I'm gonna just duplicate that onto the other 2 openings and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Now we've closed up the walls. And I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna actually pull this up another level. reason I'm going to do that is because that way I'll be able to have water jars here, 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 and here. So that's going to be a lot of spaces for water jars. So I'm going to be able to store a lot of aspects. So actually I might need to pull this up by 2 blocks, thinking of it. So I'm going to do just that, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Let's try placing down some water jars. Okay. Okay, so that's 20 jars on each wall. I think that's a decent amount. So all we need now is a way for the golems to actually reach the upper jars here. And I think we're going to do that by maybe having a walkway for them just below the ceiling. It's going to be made of wood. I'm going to use jungle wood actually, I think. We'll just have like slabs, like, no, not like that. Actually, I'm gonna have to go down a bit for these golems, because otherwise they won't be able to actually reach, get up there to, you know, deposit the things. So let's let them go in there. And that's gonna be the way down very soon. Let's do this symmetrically. Let's change this up slightly. Bloop. And there we go. Let's put these all around, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just had an idea. Since those are the only 2 corners that actually have shelves on either side, I'm just gonna make the thing go down over here. Okay. And that should be just a very nice looking way for my golems to reach the various places they need to. And maybe I should use stairs here. Yeah, I'm gonna use some stairs on the end here, and I should keep with jungle wood stairs. Okay, same thing on the other side. Let's not destroy the very thing we're trying to place, because we're going to be able to just walk up there and place down whatever aspects there are to place down into the jars. Awesome. There we go. Bloop. Almost done. There we go. This is nice. Okay. So now that we've got these potion shelves, what are we gonna do now? This is gonna need a roof at some point, but that can wait, honestly. I think I'm gonna have 2 crucibles in here, one here and one here. And I may or may not have, yeah, I do have some nitro left, so take that. Lighter. Let's scoop up this Crucible and its various elements. Go. And go over there. Now we're just going to leave this open. This can go out. And I think this should be bloodstained. Maybe, yeah. Looks good. Crucible on top. Let's actually get some more iron here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's get another cauldron, which we're going to transform into a crucible soon. Okay. And nitro. I'm using nitro to heat my crucibles because it's the least dangerous way of doing so, and it also looks pretty cool. Like, you just look down there and you see a magical flame, and I think that looks pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna need 30 more jars for this, but let's just place down the... Actually no, because I'm gonna need those soon. Now let's move the infusion altar and... Oh, hello. You must die. Oh, nice. Not its gold. I'm gonna clear out my inventory and I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. I've made another set of arcane alembics, and I've also put some iron bars on here to make sure that the items land in there as I need them to. I've placed some infinite water sources here with red marker blocks beneath, and there's another one over there. I'm just gonna have a golem, a tallow golem sitting like in this corner and just keeping the crucible filled with water. Now what I'm gonna do is basically, whenever I want to do like craft something, I'm gonna come in here, toss whatever items I still need in there, empty the essentia out into these alembics, and then my golems are gonna take care of that and put them into all these jars. And I'm currently making some more jars for that very purpose. Go. I filled up the other shelf already, so I'm gonna... Oh, actually I can make just one more jar. Not that's gonna do me much good now, but well, I can. And how much are left? 17 are left, so I'm gonna make sure that there's just exactly 17 of this arcane wood in there. And then I'm gonna take some more glass, or rather have it crafted. Oops. Come here, you done? And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep making jars until this shelf here is filled as well. And I think this is looking pretty nice for a Thaumic laboratory. Especially when there'll be golems running all over the place and assisting me in my magical stuff. And I really do hope that golems are going to be able to reach up here. They should. What I'm more worried about actually is these jars here. I'm pretty sure that the golems have good pathfinding, and I actually let's make some tape measure. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the range of this infusion altar is just 12 blocks, I think. So I'm gonna okay. So I'm gonna measure from this corner here up to this jar. Hey. Yeah, that's just 7 blocks of distance, so it should easily be able to reach. And even if I take the longest distance, that's still 7 blocks. So no, that's okay. What's this anyway? So this should easily be able to reach, actually. Yes, absolute measurement, please. Go. Start a measurement here and go over here. And you see that's 6 blocks of distance. If I take the longer route, that's 8. So this is not a problem. That tape measure is from, I think, Bibliocraft, by the way. 2247. Yes, that's a Bibliocraft item. Okay. So I'm not sure how long this video is actually. Let me check.